Well, I try to keep the lessons under 5 minutes, but apparently last week's lesson, you got up to 5 minutes in about 40 seconds, and then it just went blank. So I deleted that out. I re-uploaded it, and if you got to the 5 minute and about 40-second mark, you saw the whole lesson. So all of the blank nothingness was just that. It was nothing. I try hard to keep the lessons under 5 minutes, even though I know the length of the practice will be longer than that. But I try to keep the lessons on YouTube to under 5 minutes.
And you can read more about the 2-year study I did with this program on my Substack.
Ask the participants to place 2 or 3 objects in locations around the room and then to record the locations in their journal from their perspective. Now, I want you to start with the coordination flow in pairs. So pair up and determine before you begin that we will both start with our right arm. So the coordination flow exercise will begin with the right arm for both of you. Remind yourself of your image from last week and the impact that had on that movement. But you are going to be looking directly at the person across from you. And so prepare yourself intellectually that it will appear to be opposite, even though you're both going to start on the right side. So you're dropping down to your right, to them, it's going to look like you're dropping down your left. So you're doing the same side. You are not starting with a reflection.
Spend about 2 minutes practicing coordination flow from this perspective, then shift.
Now, I want you to stick with your partner and you're going to shift your perspective. So rather than face each other, say one of you is going to turn so that you're both facing the same direction. And you can switch that up so that both of you get that different perspective shift. And then you're going to begin the coordination flow exercise again. This time the person in behind is obviously going to be having the most impact because they can see the person in front of them. The person in front of them is simply moving as we have done for weeks. Now, one more perspective shift. Go from both facing the same direction to facing each other again. And this time determine which one of you is going to be the reflection and which one of you is going to be, say, the lead. So if one of you starts on your right and the other person is the reflector, they'll start on their left. So it's going to be a unison movement, a reflective movement of the coordination flow. So that's a shift in the perspective from initially facing each other and appearing to be opposites, facing the same direction, and the advantage is for the person behind, they're both moving in unison. To the third shift is back to facing each other and determining which one of you will be the reflector and which one will be the leader. Now take a few minutes to discuss this perspective shift. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was this difficult for you? Maybe write some in your journal about it. Write down specifically which perspective shift is helpful to you and which one is not. Writing down in detail your feelings and responses to the different shifts will help you clarify which perspective you want to use going forward in your daily life. Remember, easily shifting from one mental process to another is the definition of mental flexibility. Now recall the objects that you placed and go and retrieve them and find 3 different locations and place the objects in the new location. Now write down the new locations and move into the moving meditation with the image.
Now, before you begin the moving meditation, ask participants to remind themselves of the images that they used for the coordination flow. That same connected, flowing movement, that image will guide them through this meditation as well. After completing a predetermined number of rounds, Ask participants how the image affected their movement. Now, recall the objects that you placed and go and retrieve them.
Let me know what areas you feel like either you feel like or your participants are asking you for more content in, whether it's mental flexibility or physical perception or kinesthetic awareness. If there's an area that they either would like more information about or that they really enjoy, let me know. You can leave it in the comment section below, or you can email me your question or your request, and we'll see what we can come up with. You might just ask your participants. Sometimes, in fact, a lot of times, the best requests that I have and the most creative exercises that I've developed have come from the participants. They'll tell you what they're getting out of it, what they're not getting out of it, and what needs to be clarified.